Hey there friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. Today we are playing with the Minc Machine again, and that's right, we are doing it for a hop. So there is an Instagram and a YouTube hop, and I'll have all the information linked down below in my description box. But let's jump into it and I'll talk more about it as we go. Here is that darling little Minc Machine. I did do an unboxing of this. I'll have that linked down below as well if you're interested in seeing that. I turned on the button and then I pressed our little button till we get to the 3, and while that's blinking red, that is warming up. We are going to be using the Full Bloom Foilable kit. There is so much in here, so you can make cards for a long time on this one. And I'm going to take this sheet and we're going to trim it down. You can see I already trimmed down my sentiment, and I'm just trimming that down to 4 1/4. I'm bringing in one of my blender brushes along with some shooting star ink. And then we're just going to kind of do that as an ombre up on this one. But keep in mind with these foilables, you can alcohol marker color on them and you'll still get the same effect. And I am blending ink first, but you could blend ink afterwards. You just do risk kind of blending away some of that foil. So I've got this adorable ROYGBIV CheerFoil, and I'm going to trim this down to be 4 1/4. I want this to fit perfectly onto my panel, and I'm going to use a quick trimmer because I don't like jagged edges and I want that to be perfectly trimmed. So this is what I have found cuts my foils perfectly. And so now I'm going to put this into our little pouch, making sure that I have everything covered. And I'm butting that right up to it. And then you'll see my light on number 3 is green. So we are ready to go. And I love this. Oh my gosh. So it doesn't take any time to warm up, and it doesn't really take any time for it to go through the Minc Machine, and you have beautiful results. Now I will tell you I did mess up, and that mess up, I always forget to do it. I will eventually when I get to the sentiment, I'll figure it out. But you do want to sweep off your panel and the back of your foil, and like I said, I'll show you that later. But I'll peel that away. Check that out. Isn't that gorgeous? You have this beautiful rainbow foil background, and then you have this leftover piece, but I'm not going to throw that away because Pink and Maine also has colored toner sheets. Yes, that's right, you don't have to do boring black. And so I'm going to take one of the sheets out and I'm going to trim it down, and then we will cover this with our foil. I'm so excited. And then put that through our machine. But again, I didn't sweep it off. So I will have a couple of spots where dust or something must have gotten in the way, so it won't completely foil that entire background. There will be a couple of spots in there where, I mean, you really can't tell, but I can see it and it bothers me. So yeah, putting that through our little machine. Isn't that great? Colored toners. Oh, yes, I have to get all the colored toners because I love this. And then I'll, it is warm, but I'll peel that away and take a look at that. Isn't that awesome? So that's what I'm pointing out. There are a couple of spots where I didn't completely foil, but that's so beautiful. I'm so in love. And then you don't waste any foil, and you can get 2 cards out of 1 piece of foil. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of the Evergreen CheerFoil and I'm going to trim that down because I want to use that for my sentiment. Once again, that sentiment and our back panel came from the Full Bloom Foilable kit. I brought in that quick trimmer so that I can trim down my foil to fit perfectly around the sentiment that I have trimmed out. And like I said, I like this because I can get some nice straight lines, and then I don't ruin the foil because I have tried just using scissors and I'm never successful. I'm sure some of you are, but I am not. All right, and I'll have that link down below as well. So that's what that looks like. And before I put it in there, I realized, wait a second, you don't want to have that mistake again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this little tonic brush. It's a sweeping brush. And I'm going to sweep off my piece and sweep off the back of the foil. Then I'll put my foil down. Then I will put it into my little pouch and then run it through my Minc Machine. And that does make a difference, I will say. And I love how it doesn't take any time to go through there. I mean, I have this sped up double time, but it really doesn't take much time. I think the longest it takes to heat up might be between 2 and 3 minutes. And then for it to go through, it's just like maybe a minute. But that's okay. And then we'll peel this away and check it out. It looks gorgeous. And like I said, once again, we have this extra piece. So I'm going to trim down. Originally, I was thinking I would just put it on my toner piece of paper, but then I decided I'm going to trim that down. So I did sweep it, you saw that, but I'm going to trim down this piece to fit right underneath that foil because I'm not sure how that heat will affect that toner and if maybe that toner will transfer. I don't think it will, but I don't want to take that risk. So I'm just going to trim this piece down and then I will cover it with that foil and then we will run that through our Minc machine. Now you could use a microfiber cloth as well instead of like a brush, but you definitely want to make sure that you clean those both off so that you don't have any dust on there. All right, takes no time once again, and then we'll peel that out. It will be a little bit warm, but it isn't going to burn you. And then you can peel that away and check it out. Now I did decide I wanted to trim this down, so I'm going to fussy cut around both of my sentiments, just around those flowers and that circle. It's really simple, but I liked that look a lot. I thought that looked super pretty. And then we're going to swap them up. We're going to put that white one on that one full rainbow background and then the green on the other one. So once again, trimming this one out, and then I'm going to trim this panel down just a little bit. It'll be 4 inches by, well, actually it'll end up being, I think it is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to take a full piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, cut it to 5.5 inches, and then score both of those at 4 1/4. So these will be side folding A2 side cards, or A2 size cards. And then we'll use our liquid glue to adhere down these panels to the front of those bases. I'm just so happy that there's colored toners. Makes me really happy. Because I have hung on to a lot of previously foiled pieces, hoping that I would use those. I did buy some black, but oftentimes it doesn't always coordinate. So, but those colored toners will. So then this piece I trimmed off, we're going to put that on the inside of this card. It's the only thing I do to the inside of the cards, which is uncharacteristic of me, but I'm good with these. And then I'm going to take some foam squares and put those on the back of our sentiments. Peel off that release paper, and then we'll plop those down on the front of our panels. I like how you can get 2 cards out of, very little supplies. I'm not going to put any extra embellishments on these, but that's going to finish off our card for today. Now, like I said, this is a part of a hop, so head down to that description box down below. You're just going to hit that down arrow. You get all the information, and I'm so excited that you're here. If you like this video, hit that like button, and if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. I tend to put out at least 1 or 2 videos a week if I can help it, and yeah, I appreciate all the support that you guys give. You guys are incredible, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.